Perfect, obviously. Ready? 3, 2, 1, action!
What's up, my friends? I'm the AI Surfer, and my entire AI philosophy is 90% AI, 10% human, so we can focus 100% of our time and energy doing what we love. And I'm about to let you in on my entire marketing strategy that started as a complete experiment to see if I could become omnipresent online. And if you don't know what omnipresence means, it simply just means being present everywhere at the same time. It's one of my favorite words. And this strategy is how I gained over 1 million AI Surfer fans across social media in less than 3 years. And the first thing you'll notice is that I post a lot of content, a video every single day. And here's a quick example. This AI makes transitions between 2 pics look like a scene from a movie. Just pick one photo for the start and one for the end, and it creates a smooth video that connects them like butter on toast. But the craziest part is 2 years ago, I actually ran an experiment, and for the last 2 years, 99% of the content you see is my AI clone. This guy right here is 100% AI. I have completely cloned myself, and the best part is I can spend my time now just working on a good transcript, and I can feed that transcript to my clone, and he performs it perfectly every single time. And this works because in the last 12 months, we've gained 750,000 new surfer fans. And since I've been able to clone myself, I don't have to spend my time now creating content.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, crushed
Dude,
it.
he nails it every single time.
Dude, he's so much better than you.
Yeah, I know. Buzz, that's why I don't have to get in front of the camera.
Should we tell the audience that he's AI? Or should we just keep them thinking he's human?
No, I think it's important to let people know how real this is getting. Type something up, send it to them.
想像とは終わりなき旅だ。
Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Hold on.
Was that Japanese?
Sending now.
Yeah, baby, everything that you just saw me do was AI, and all I need is a good script. It's so good. Okay, I want to say something. All right, y'all. I think you can understand that I have a lot of fun with AI, and I use my clone for everything. He crushes on social media, tens of millions of views every single month, brings in thousands of leads, all organically. I use him for training classes, courses, you name it. It's awesome. And it's allowed me to focus on things that I actually love. Like, I love spending my time figuring out how to animate or working on inventions. And I can leverage my clone for literally everything else. Tony, Dean, thank you so much. This has been so fun. From your favorite AI clone, peace, y'all.
Is that awesome or what? Let's give it up for Dallas, the AI surfer. Way to go, man. Appreciate you. Have some fun. It's an amazing group of humans.
What's up, y'all? How we doing? Can I get a hang loose sign? Give you some surfer energy up in the house. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's get the hang loose. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah. Love that. How many of you actually thought that that was actually me? Crazy, right? So crazy. Show me in the comments, who thought that was actually me? Did I trick you? Even my mom couldn't tell. I sent that to my mom and she actually thought that was me, which is the wildest thing in the world. But what I'm here to share is actually something really important, and I'm so excited to be here. This is a beautiful stage. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Dean. This is amazing. And what I'm about to share is basically wrapped around 3 words. And those 3 words are AI, human, harmony. Now, let me set the stage, because I think this is actually going to connect all of us. And when I say AI, human harmony, what do I mean? Well, we live in such a transitional period right now.
we live in a time that no other humans are actually going to experience ever again. And what do I mean by that? We live in a time where we're transitioning from human intelligence to artificial intelligence. Everybody that comes after us is actually going to live in an AI world. It's the craziest thing. So we right now, sitting together in this room, have such a duty to design the future to be AI-human harmony. So I'm going to set the stage with that, and I'm going to actually come to this vibe board because they showed me that I actually have a vibe board. I didn't know this thing was a thing. So I want to go through a few different things. And it's all going to be around this topic of AI-human harmony. So before I get started, I actually want to explain who I am. I've never considered myself to be an AI expert. I've actually never considered myself to be a guru. I don't like that because I like being able to say when you have a question, I don't know. But what I do consider myself to be is an AI experimentalist. I don't even know if that's a word. You guys can let me know in the comments, but it doesn't matter because it makes me feel good because I love to experiment. And when I have an experiment that works, I can confidently tell you that, hey, this experiment worked. So this experiment, I'm going to take you way back to the beginning, less than 3 years ago, so far back. This is where the AI Surfer was born. And the whole theme of this entire summit has been thought partners, AI clones. You heard Dean say there's so many different names for this, right? There's so many different names. But before we get into that, I want you to put on your AI goggles. Literally, you could put them on however you want, you know? You got to put on your AI goggles. Some of you are doing it. I love that. Show me your AI goggles. It's important. This is a really important part because I fundamentally believe the world is shifting so much that you have to be able to see through a new pair of lenses to understand it. So this is not a tutorial that I'm about to go through. It's a pair of glasses to put on to see the world in an entirely new way. So I'm going to take you back to the beginning. And the beginning was an experiment that I wanted to run. As soon as ChatGPT came out, I had the moment, I was like, this is amazing. I got to try this experiment. And the experiment was so simple. Could I actually train an AI to become my business partner, make every single decision with AI, and build a business? And something so magical happened that I never expected. What happened was there's this word called context. And what happened was I actually started, first I gave it a role. So I gave this thought partner, business partner role. I said, you are my AI business partner. And it actually started acting that way, which was super magical. And then I realized that you could feed this thing context. Things like ideas, that's a light bulb, or goals. And you're able to feed it stuff like this. And the more that you feed it, the more personalized it becomes for you. And it starts giving you these amazing outputs. So this became really interesting to me because the goal was to actually figure out if I could use AI to become my business partner, make every single decision together to build a business. And what started happening in a real world example, we wanted to come up with a name. And I was like, yo, how about I just name it after me, my personal name? Or maybe I name it just the AI dude. And it pushed back on me so hard. And it was like, you're thinking too small. What if you named it something more generic that maybe you can scale outside of it so it doesn't have to be your face, or maybe it doesn't even have to be a male? So it pushed back on me and gave me these amazing personalized outputs. And then what happened was I kept on feeding it these new outputs and these new results that we were developing together. And it created this amazing, amazing, amazing experience where the more that I did that iteration, the more personalized it got to me. And this thing became so good, it knew me better than my mom. And it was an unbelievable experience. And I quickly realized that not only could I actually train one, but I could train many And I started creating one for my marketing department. I even create one for my girlfriend. Why not? You know, I could train it on her. She was like, babe, how did you remember that I love carnations? I was like, well, I AI augmented myself. So this experience that started less than 3 years ago taught me that I can train an AI and I can make it super personalized, individualized to me. And from this experience, the AI surfer exploded. Now, before I go further, I want to make one definition. You've heard a bunch of different terms here: your AI business partner, your AI thought partner, your AI clone, all this kind of stuff. Well, going back to this future of an AI human harmony world, because this is the future that we're designing. I don't think anybody wants to live in a world where AI just does everything. I think we all want to find our place in the world, in this new world. So AI human harmony is so important. So I changed the name from my AI business partner to my thought partner only for this reason. I think it's really important that the human always takes it the last mile. This is my thought partner, but I am the thought leader. And I think that's really important for the future as we're designing this AI human harmony world. So the AI surfer is exploding, right? Going crazy, gangbusters. We pass 1 million followers. I get offers to do Hollywood movies. I'm hanging out with legends. The experiment worked way better than I could ever imagine. I get to here. And what happens? I have an existential crisis, an AI existential crisis. And I don't want to get too dark here because I made it out. But I think it's important to tell you because I know that I'm not the only one that felt this way. And every time I say this, so many people relate to me. But what happened to me, oddly enough, happened to another content creator at the same time. And we had hundreds of thousands of followers. And he jumped, I'll never forget this, it's clear as day. He jumped on his social media, in his underwear, on his bed, disheveled, ranting about how AI is like literally the worst thing for humanity. And it freaked me out. It freaked me out so much that not far after, I actually shut the AI surfer down. I stopped posting. One, because I was so freaked out that maybe I would get in my underwear one day and do the same thing. I couldn't believe that could bring someone to the brink of, craziness. But also, two, AI was starting to really affect me in a way that was not feeling AI human harmony anymore. It felt like AI was actually competing against me, and it was a race that I wasn't going to win. AI was getting so good that everything that I attached my value and worth to in business, it was just doing better. So it sent me in this spiral. And I wasn't posting. I didn't know what to do. Only thing I think about was surfing. So I take my family to Mexico, and when it rains, it pours. I get to Mexico, the waves are just pumping. They're great. They're so good that they actually crash on shore, break the sewage pipe. All the sewage runs out to sea, and now those good waves turned into poopy waves, and I'm just sitting there on the ocean. I can't do anything. At this moment, I'm depressed. It's a dark moment, but in the dark, things glow. In the dark, things glow. And two questions popped out at me. And this was a pinnacle that just changed everything in terms of my idea of thought partners. The two questions were, one, what makes me human? Crazy question, so valid now since we have artificial intelligence. And the second question was, what do I want? What do I want? If AI is so good, what do I want? And what I did is I grabbed a journal because honestly, it upset me that I couldn't clearly answer that question. And I went old school, baby. I grabbed a journal and I started with this prompt, I want. And every single day, I just started writing, I want. I would exhaust my brain. I would turn the page. The next day, I want. The next day, I want. And I repeated that process over and over and over again until something beautiful happened. What happened was I started recognizing patterns of things that I actually wanted in my life. And more importantly, the things that I used to want in my life that I used to love, but because of business, I forgot about those things. And in that moment, it clicked, and I literally said out loud, I want to spend 100% of my time and energy doing what I love. And what if the world could do the same? We're all unique. We all have different things that we love doing. And with AI, we've never in our life had a software that we can personalize it so uniquely to every single individual. It's totally different. Again, that lens to be able to see through. We've never had stuff like this before. So when I was thinking about this, a formula popped in my head. 90% AI, 10% human. And this became the new experiment. Could I find a way to leverage AI for 90% of the heavy lifting so I could focus on the 10% of my business that I actually love? And the 10% is the most important part because it has those two elements. What makes me human and actually what I want to do in my life and my business. And this is the craziest part. When you actually get clear on this and you feed it to AI, AI will literally start working with you to design a life where you spend 100% of your time and energy doing what you love. And that brought me back because I could get behind this. In this AI human harmony, I think we should protect the 10% for us. And I can definitely get behind a life where I'm spending 100% of my time and energy doing what I love. And this whole thing made the thought partner completely powerful, completely life-changing. So as an AI experimentalist, I can confidently say that creating your thought partner, getting on board with this is the step one. For sure, everybody in the room needs a thought partner. And with that said, I appreciate you so much. I hope you learned from my experiment. This has been an amazing time. Thank you guys so much. Peace and love.